Good morning students. Today we are going to see the remaining topics of our fifth lesson, coal and petroleum. In this lesson we are going to see about formation of crude oil and natural gas, refining of crude oil, natural gas, pollution caused by burning fossil fuels, and then consequences of over extraction of coal and petroleum. Let's see about the formation of crude oil and natural gases first. In our previous class, we saw that the living organisms like plant and animals are subjected to heat and pressure when they settled at the bottom of the earth, and then that will be transformed as the layers. And also due to the extra heat and pressure, that materials became hardened and formed as a fossil fuels. Hope you can remember that. Here also, in the formation of crude oil and natural gases, the same concept. Million years ago, living things in the seas like plants, animals and microorganisms are settled at the bottom of the seas, and these are subjected to the heat and pressures. Then that settled sediments were transformed into beds of rocks. After the transformation, plant and animal materials will undergo slow chemical changes and then formed into crude oil and natural gases. So such kind of rocks in which oil and natural gases are found in beds of rocks known as sedimentary rocks. And also the petroleum wells are found under the surface of rock layers. Next one is the refining of crude oil. From the crude oil we can get the petroleum products and then some other natural gases and fuels for our commercial purposes. Petroleum is a dark oily liquid, and also this crude oil contains many impurities such as petroleum gases, petrol, diesel, lubricating oil and paraffin waxes in it. Furtherly, it is processed in the industries to separate the useful components. So that process of separating useful components of petroleum is called as fractional distillation, and the components which we are separating from the crude oil is called fractions. And these fractions are separated based on the different boiling points. So this fractional distillation of crude oil is done in the distillation tower. When the crude oil is heated, the heavy and light components from the petroleum will be separated. Heavy components will settle at the bottom, and then the light components will be float at the top. While heating the crude oil, some of the oil vaporizes and rises up in the tower. As I said, the light gases like ethane and propane will be found in the very top fraction in the distillation column, and then gases will be followed by the petrol as it is little more heavier than the gases. Then kerosene, diesel and then the bitumens likewise based on their weight. Just look at the picture. Hope you can see the different kind of byproducts of crude oil or components of crude oil in the different boiling points. First, the crude oil is filled in the fractional tower through the pipe, and then it is heated. We know very well that the bottom of that tower will be having a highest boiling point, and then the top of the tower will have a lowest boiling point. So from the down, bitumen is separated at 340 degrees Celsius, and then fuel oil, then lubricating oil, and then we got diesel at 270 degrees Celsius and kerosene at 170 degrees Celsius and naphtha at 120 degrees Celsius, and also petrol at 70 degrees Celsius, and then refinery gas at 20 degrees Celsius. Hope you know about the commercial importance of petroleum. Due to its great commercial importance, petroleum is also known as liquid gold. Here I am showing you the uses of fractions from the fractional distillations. The first fractions or a component which we got is petroleum gas in liquid form. It is simply LPG. It is a gas which we are using in our home for cooking. Okay, it is used as a fuel in homes and industries. And the second one is petrol. We are using petrol as a fuel for motor vehicles and solvent for dry cleaning. Then the fraction is kerosene. Kerosene is a well-known domestic fuel. And then fourth one is diesel. We are using diesel as a fuel for heavy vehicles and generators. Then fourth one is lubricating oil, paraffin wax, and then bitumen. Lubricating oils are used for lubricating machineries, and it is for smooth running of the machinery. Okay, then the paraffin wax, we are using paraffin wax to make candles and vaselines. Then bitumen, we are using bitumen to surface roads. Next topic is a natural gas. It is an important fossil fuel which are widely used in industries. In some places people are using natural gas as a cooking gas, and also it is being transported to homes through a network of pipes. Natural gases are stored under pressure is called compressed natural gas. It is simply CNG. It is also used to operate motor vehicles, and it does not produce any smoke, and therefore it is helping in reducing the pollution. And also the natural gas is being used in the manufacturing of fertilizers and chemicals as a base ingredient. In India, natural gas reserves are located in Rajasthan, Gujarat, Maharashtra and Tripura. The next title we are going to see is pollution caused by burning fossil fuels. We are using natural gases, coal, petrol, diesel and kerosene in the industries and in automobiles, and we are also using fuels in the household purposes, and it's becoming a reason for raising the level of carbon dioxide in the air. Without our knowledge, it also adds some harmful substances like carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen oxides and particulate matter in the atmosphere. Some of these air pollutants can give rise to acid rain and thereby damage soil and water. So if we want to reduce the air pollution, it is essential to reduce the use of fossil fuels too. And also we can prevent the above said polluting substances from entering the environment by using filter technology in the industries and motor vehicles. Hence we can reduce the air pollution. So the next topic is consequences of over extraction of coal and petroleum. It is simply the impact of over extraction of coal and petroleum. We know very well that fossil fuels are non-renewable natural resources. There is no any rapid natural cycles to renew the fossil fuels. There is a limited amount of petroleum and coal available in our nature. So because of our excessive uses of fossil fuels, it is being depleted at a very fast rate. According to the Statistical Review of World Energy in 2013, it is estimated that the worldwide coal reserves will last for about 110 years, and then oil reserves for 43 years. Then natural gas will last only for about 50 years and a current rates of production. And it was estimated in the year of 2013. But due to the excessive use of fossil fuels, it is being depleted at a very fast rate. This lesson got over now. I hope you have understood the topics in this lesson. I'll meet you with the new lesson. Thank you.